Welcome to the greatest show on planet Earth, the Gun Show, or formerly known as arm training. We've done this workshop so that depending on the bit of kit you have, you can either do all the exercises that are focused for the band, or if you don't have a band and you have dumbbells, then we've got variations for dumbbells too, and you will follow the exercises for dumbbells. So essentially we're going to start with the bicep routine first. So we're doing some single arm bicep work that overloads the muscle in its short position, before then moving on to double-handed bicep work where we overload the muscle in a more lengthened position. And we're going to go back and forth between these two different bicep exercises for 3 sets, before then moving on and looking at the same kind of method for triceps, where we're going to be overloading the tricep in a short position and then moving on and then overloading the tricep more in a lengthened to mid position. And again, we're going to be doing this for 3 sets. Rep wise will always depend on kind of what weights you've got available. So we've put a rather broad rep range of anywhere between 8 to 15 reps there. And then once we've done our 3 sets on our biceps and our triceps, we're then going to finish today's workout off with timed sets. So time sets, looking at a 2-to-1 work-rest ratio. Awful lot of fun. If you're not sure of any of the exercises, then we urge you to check out the exercise coaching cues and techniques on the fitness app. There's nothing left for you guys to do, but take your seats as the show is about to begin. Welcome. Today we're going to start off with the first bicep exercise. So we're overloading the bicep in a short position. So for those of you using bands, we're going to do the supinating banding curl there. And for those of you who've only got dumbbells, then we look at a popular favourite that was made famous by the old Arnold Schwarzenegger with the concentration dumbbell curl. So I urge you always to start with the weakest side, so I'm starting with my left arm there, and we're gently curling either the band or the dumbbell up towards you, and you're squeezing and focusing on the bicep doing the work. And you should find that it's probably going to be the hardest at its shorter position, so when the bicep is fully flexed. So yeah, broad rep range, anywhere between 8 to 12 reps, because it will then give you a big window because of all the different resistance that you have. Okay, so here we go. So I've got my band there, I'm gently curling it up, squeezing hard at the top, and then releasing it back down. Or for the concentration people, coming up there, be really heavy at the top position. So just as, there we go, get to the top, squeeze it, and gently down. So last couple of reps again, guys, before we have a quick break. Good. So, okay, quick 15 seconds. So now we're going to move on to our bicep exercise that's either going to kind of work the muscle in a more lengthened position. So for the banded people, we're going to basically bring in the band behind the body so it forces the elbows behind us. And for the dumbbell people, we're going to lean up against the wall, which forces the elbows behind so the upper back's in contact with the wall, and just gently curling up here. Okay, so as you can see with my band, I've got my foot quite far behind me. If things struggle, the benefit of the bands is you can release tension of the bands by bringing the foot closer to you, which will make it slightly easier. For the people using dumbbells, if you've only got one dumbbell, that's absolutely fine. We'll just do one side at a time. But if you have got 2 dumbbells of the same weight, obviously the same weight, you can do it all in one go. Great, so that's the first set done. Congratulate yourself. You're going to give yourself 50 more seconds rest before then we go into set 2. So set 2, we're going to be looking again anywhere between 8 to 12 reps if we can. We're going to be attaching that band. If you're at home, probably around a radiator is the best thing to put it on because it's pretty fixed, or maybe a heavy chair, table, something like that, table leg. Right, so 20 seconds, guys, and then we're going to go back into our second set. Alright, final 10 seconds left of our rest. Okay, so here we go, second set. So I've got my band there, and gently curling up, squeezing at the top. And yeah, again, like I said, if you're at home, you can attach the bands to the base of a radiator. Table would be good. maybe even a staircase, the bottom of a staircase if you can. Anything that's pretty stable, obviously. Okay, then we've got concentration curl. So I've got, anyone's got access to a chair, nice and easy. So really curling that dumbbell up, and it's going to be really heavy at the top, squeezing at the top, and then gently down again. So yeah, make sure you start with the weaker side, as I previously said. Good, that's it, get it up, squeeze it hard, and done. Nice. Okay, so swap sides then. Give the arms a little bit of a shake at the end of this one. Alright. So 8 to 12 reps if you can. Good. Curling up at the top. That band's getting difficult now. At least the benefit of the band is I can walk closer to the anchor point, which will make things a little bit easier. If I want to make it harder on myself, I can walk further away from that anchor point. With the dumbbell, you don't have that luxury. But in our third set, I'll show you a little trick that you can do with a dumbbell. Okay, quick 15 seconds rest, and then we're going to go back in, okay, for our banded bicep curl or curl against the wall. So 5 seconds then, guys, 5 seconds. Here we go. 3, 2, and off we go. Curling it up, squeezing it down. So generally you don't want to go too far beyond kind of like horizontal, because we're trying to overload the more lengthened position of the muscle rather than the shortened position. So if you can only get to about halfway, absolutely fine, not a problem. But make sure those elbows are kept behind the body, that's really important. So we're in between kind of 10 to 12, 8 to 12 reps. Curling up nice and gently. I'm not rushing the lift. Go on, finish it off. A couple more. Oh, well done. Okay, so 60 seconds rest. Shake them out, because you'll have a lot of blood now pumping into that muscle. Grab yourself a water, and then we'll go into our third and final set. Okay, 30 seconds then, guys. 30 seconds. So going to our third set, you're probably going to find the biceps pretty fatigued going to this one. So we can kind of, reduce the tension of the band, or with the dumbbells, we can use our other hand to help us out when we're in need. So 10 seconds. And here we go. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, final set. Good. So start with that weaker side first. If you can only get 8 reps with the weaker side, you will only ever do then 8 reps with the stronger side. Otherwise, if you always do more on the stronger side is always going to be stronger. So curling up, squeezing at the top, really important. The lift is nice and controlled. Good. Ooh, last few reps. So as you can see, I'm getting fatigued, so I'm coming closer to that anchor point for the band, which helps me out, reduces the resistance. And now for my concentration curl, it's getting really tough towards that top point, so I'm going to use my hands to get that last few inch up, and then squeeze. Okay, swap sides. So you know if you can do 8, 10 or 12 reps with the weak side, you know that the strong side's got this, not a problem. Okay, let's squeeze at the top. Take that pause at the top, really important. Take the pause, make the bicep work. Try and think about filling your arm sleeve with the muscle. At the top there, squeeze. Good, good. Lovely. Right, last couple of reps. Rest. Okay, nice, nice. Okay, final bicep. Final bicep. Alright, 5 seconds then. Here we go. Here we go. So as you can see, my biceps are now pretty fatigued. So what I've done with the band, instead of standing, I'm now kneeling, which will take a lot of tension, resistance out of the band, so it will make this set doable. With the wall, the bicep, I don't really have that, I'm afraid, so just do best you can. But use the wall to really push into the wall as things start getting tough. The lower arm, the wrist only needs to come up halfway, and it doesn't need to come up all the way to the top. Otherwise you run the risk of bringing our elbows forward too much, which is what we do not want. So last rep, there we go. So you're gonna get a minute rest now, so shake them out, get a quick sip of water, and then we're gonna look at our tricep exercises. Okay, so looking at the tricep stuff, same as the bicep, you're going to have a single arm tricep work first. It's going to overload the muscle in the shortened position, followed by a quick 15-second rest before then we look at two-handed tricep exercise that overloads kind of the length into mid position. So for our first tricep exercise, we're going to do anywhere between 10 to 12 reps or 8 to 12, something like that. You're going to use for the bands, you're going to tie the band up something tall, so you can put it in a door frame or tie it up to a taller banister, stair banister, or you're going to use same chair for a dumbbell kickback. So we'll look at those in a sec. So 5 seconds. And first tricep exercise, off we go. So with my banded one here, when I'm bringing it across the body, I've linked it up to obviously the rack, but as I said, you can put it up into a closed door or up high around kind of like a stair spindle. Elbows away from the body, that's really important. So the upper arm is fixed and the only thing that's moving is the lower arm. The same applies with the dumbbell kickback. You've probably done this at least once in your life with a kickback. Very popular with the ladies. Again, the only thing that's moving is my lower arm and the dumbbell. My upper arm stays static and stationary. So you can just swap sides there before then we have our rest. Okay, so again, this exercise it will feel the hardest and most difficult when the elbow is locked out and the arm is straight. That's exactly what it should be, because that's when the most amount of weight resistance is occurring, when the muscle is in its shortest position. So a couple more reps, and then we'll take a brief 15-second rest. Here we go. So next tricep, so the reps are slightly higher if you can. We've got the banded tricep press down, or we've got the dumbbell floor line extension. So 3 seconds, guys, and off we go. So the banded one there, I'm just stood on the band, band's coming up over my shoulders and just extending the arms down and away from me. With the dumbbell exercise, okay, I'm lying back, legs are up, I'm putting my shoulders back and down on the ground, and notice how my upper arms there are stationary, they don't move, but my lower arms do, and that kind of handle of the dumbbells coming up to the bridge of my nose, forehead. So it's going to start getting tough. Squeeze it good. Last couple of reps. Brilliant. Give yourself 6 seconds rest. Well done. So any plans for the weekends, guys? It's normally what we ask, don't we, in rest periods? Either that or what you're having for dinner. That's always a popular question. Okay, so 40 seconds, then we'll look at set 2. Yeah, what have I got for dinner tonight? Ooh, no idea. Maybe some fish dish, probably? I'm trying to eat a bit healthier now. It's all too easy during lockdown to eat rubbish food, isn't it? So we're trying to get better. Stir fries are always a good one. Okay, right. So anyway, back in the zone, 5 seconds. And second set. So across the body, banded tricep extension or dumbbell tricep kickback there. Alright, so you should be fine with the rep range on the second set. But if you find things getting difficult, what we can do with the band, it's really versatile. We just come closer to the anchor point the bands are wrapped around. I'll make life easier. Or with the dumbbell, slightly harder. So you'll probably see me doing it more on the next set, I believe. we can accelerate that dumbbell back behind us. So, last couple of reps, swap sides. Good. Okay, notice on my kind of dumbbell kickback there, I set my body position and I bring my elbow up so it's slightly above my torso, so the elbow and shoulder in line. Then I initiate the movement, keeping that upper arm stationary. Okay, final couple of reps there. Good. Nice, 15 seconds. Okay, moving on to set 2. So getting that band again, get it all kind of worked out up over the body. Not an easy one to get in and out of. The floor line is definitely the easier one and probably the more appealing one, the fact it's lying on the ground. Okay, so set 2, we'll look at 10 to 12 reps. And if you've only got a kettlebell and you haven't got a dumbbell, then you can do the tricep extension using a kettlebell, which I'll show you in the next step. Okay, so I've got my foot with the band there, slightly further behind me now, because this has probably found that the first set was a little bit easy, so I just want to make it slightly more challenging for myself. So there we go, it's starting to get tough now for me. Good. Great, and as it gets really tough, I can bring that foot closer towards me, that'll loosen up a little tension in the band. Right, 60 seconds rest before we go into our third and final set. Then we get to move on to time sets, which are always enjoyable and good fun. So get your water, and then we'll meet back here in about 45 seconds. Okay, 20 seconds, guys. 20 seconds. Okay, so in position, we've got 10 seconds. So get the position of your band, get you set up for the kickback, and we're going 2, 1, off we go then. Here we go. So third and final set for this one. Good. So I know with my band this is going to get tough, so what I'll do is I'll walk closer into the anchor point, which will make life a little bit easier for us. And for the dumbbell tricep kickback there, as it's getting tough, I'm thinking about accelerating the dumbbell back and up to help give myself a little bit of momentum so my elbow locks out, but the top's holding the position and squeezing it for a second or two to overload and make that muscle work. So swapping sides. Good, good. Grip your band in your hand, grip your dumbbell in your hands. It will help increase the tension in the muscle, making it slightly easier for you. Really grip it. Good, good. So we're gonna have to move closer to the anchor point. Band's getting too tough for me. And my dumbbell, I'm accelerating that back now. Great. Quick 15 seconds. Okay, 10 seconds, final set. The triceps are stinging now, I know. 5 for 4, 3, 2, and off we go. So in this one with my extension, I'm using a kettlebell. Just to show you how that's done. So grabbing the horns, handle of the kettlebell, and again bring it down to my forehead, bridge of my nose. Okay, weirdly, with my banded one today, I'm now making it slightly easier. Now I'm kind of fatigued, I bring that foot forward and standing with 2 feet on. And then with that, I can either increase the resistance by opening my feet up, or decrease the resistance by bringing my feet closer together. There we go, nicely done. Guys, well done. That is your first lot of exercises. You're doing incredibly well there. So just shake your arms off, and then we're going to explain what's coming up in the next lot. So it's time sets. So time sets, we've got 3 sets in total. We're going to superset a bicep with a tricep, and we're going to do it rather than reps, we're going to do it for time. So we're going to do 30 seconds worth of work for our first set with 15 seconds rest. Second set will be 20 seconds on with a 10-second rest. And the final set, third set, is going to be 10 seconds worth of work, but only a 5-second rest. We've got variations in the exercises that we can do. So the banded people are going to be doing banded hammer curls. The dumbbell people are going to be just doing single dumbbell hammer curls. And then you've either got the option of close grip push-ups or bench dips. So let's have a look. 10 seconds then, guys, and we're going to kick off. So get set up for your bicep work. So we're going to go in for 2, 1. Here we go. 30 seconds worth of work. So keep things nice and controlled. It wants to be pretty quick, but it doesn't want to be sloppy form. So I've got my dumbbell there, holding it between each hand, curling it up. And the bands, yep, coming up nice and quick. And I can again increase the resistance tension of the band by changing my feet position. So last 10 seconds. I'll keep it going, it's gonna get tough now. You've only got 4 seconds. 3, 2, and done. So we get 15 seconds rest. So now we're going to move on to either close grip push-ups that you can ideally do from the floor, or you can do it off kind of an armchair, tabletop, something like that. Or if you'd rather, you can do bench dips instead. Okay, so 2, 1, off we go. So there's my close grip push-ups. So elbows in behind the body, or we're going to do the bench dips, body right up against the back of the bench. It's important. You don't want to come too far forward because you're going to put unnecessary stress on the shoulder. So last 15 seconds, guys. Come speed, keep it going. If you have to go onto your knees now, go onto your knees with the push-ups, but try not to. 5 seconds. 3, 2, and done. Set 1 done. Nicely done. Okay, 15 seconds. We're going to go back into our bicep one. If you only have a kettlebell, you can use a kettlebell for the curls. Not a problem. Okay, 4, 3, 2, and 20 seconds now, guys. 20 seconds. Here we go. So keep it quick, but keep it neat. I don't want to stop your technique. 10 seconds. Don't let those elbows come forward of the body. Keep them into the side of the body. Okay, last 3, 2, and done. Nice. You only get 10 seconds rest, so don't dilly-dally. Straight onto the floor now. Looking at close grip push-ups or the bench dips. So 3, 2, and off we go. 20 seconds. Speed. Come on. Speed work. Let's go. Keep squeezing the back of the arms. Tension the triceps. Okay, final 10 seconds. Final 10 seconds. You're almost there. And 3, come on, dig deep, dig deep. You're almost there. 2, and done. Good. Okay, only 10 seconds rest. So third and final set. So it's 10 seconds on now, 5 seconds off. Here we go. 2, 1, off we go. Come on, they're going to be burning, but do the best you can. Get as high as you can. Keep the elbows into the body. 4 seconds. 3, 2, and done. 5 seconds rest. Straight onto the floor, or set up on your bench. 2, 1, 10 seconds. Let's go. Speed. Come on. You're almost there. You're almost there. Keep it going. 5 seconds now. Come on. Couple more reps. 2, 1, done. Nicely done. Well done. Well done. Quick rest. And just before we finish, we have one more last thing to do. Grab a number from the vets, as there's nothing more cliche than these swans are sick. Well done, guys. Great job today. And hopefully we'll see you again soon. Cheers.